Have you noticed the sheer amount of liquid bronzers hitting the market lately? Well, if you haven't, you will after this video with me, Rebecca. I am an over 20-year veteran of fashion and beauty journalism. I have worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, and I created Not Fit for Print Beauty a few years back to act as a little kind of digital beauty magazine here that you can kind of figuratively flip through every day or so here on YouTube. I am so happy to have you here. Well, hey, call me observant, but I did notice I've been reviewing a lot of liquid bronzers lately. Kind of multi-purpose liquid bronzers. After all, powder bronzers and cream bronzers have been done, and I even did a cream bronzer roundup. I'll have to post that at the end of the video here. But lately now they are going liquid, and I'm sure if they can take another form, they'll do that too, right? They gotta, let's be honest, they gotta sell us something we haven't ever used before. And I have rounded up here my lucky 7. That is my favorite 7 among many different, from luxury to multi-shade to of liquid bronzers. And when I say liquid, I do indeed mean liquid, either with a dropper or with a pour spout. I mean actual liquid, not gel, if we talk gel, I mean, we could get Chantecaille in there. No, that didn't really fit the bill. Even this milk one here didn't really kind of squeeze out of a tube. I'm talking that these would pour out. If you turn them over, see if I uncap the milk here and let it go, it wouldn't just, it actually did drip a little bit, only because it needs to be shaken up, but it doesn't drip out. The ones that I put in here would actually just, you know, they would flow. They're actual liquid. And the interesting thing about them is they are multi-purpose and multi-use. And in that sense, maybe not just a marketing ploy, but maybe something that can be used all over the face. These liquid products can be mixed in easily with foundation or even used as a primer. They can darken a foundation or just add a sunlight glow. They could go onto a bare face to make just kind of your summer look, but better with a little bit of concealer. They could go onto eyes. You could chisel out a cheekbone. Lord knows I need to, but don't with one of these if you want to. But you can also just kind of add a little sunshiny glow to the perimeter of the face, even onto the cheeks, which is what I like to do. So we're going to discuss my favorite 7, and I'll tell you my favorite for different reasons, and also the prices and the shade choices. Plus, we're going to look at all of them lined up on my arm in the warm California sunshine, because it's always interesting when I do a complexion product like this to see how many variations work for one skin tone. For reference, it's always in the description bar, but for reference, I am a light, medium, neutral. So I do have a lot of different ways I can go cooler and warmer. But for some of you, if bronzers get too warm, you end up looking orange and Oompa Loompa. And especially if you have an olive complexion, it's even harder. So we're going to talk about all of that stuff here today. All right, let's just do them in no particular order, and then I will kind of break it down to some of my favorites. By the way, I talked about milk and Chantecaille's gel here not being included. I also didn't include this Caliray Just Add Rays. This is liquid, but they have another one that I think is more pertinent, and this is kind of oily and gross, frankly. So there you go. And don't think I'm picking on Caliray, because I have some really good things to say about them coming up. Okay, the first is one that I held up. These are in no particular order right now, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is the Jones Road. They call it a gel, but it is a liquid. It's $34 and comes in 3 shades. The shade I got is not labeled, so I'm not really sure. It's the medium shade there. I'm gonna show you all of the shades I got and all of this in swatches. And of course, as usual, when I introduce the product, I will put down below the price, the shade, all of that stuff. Okay, so this one comes in 3 shades. It is $34. It is a really, really nice product. It doesn't leak because it's kind of got this spout here, but it is absolutely a liquid, and if you shake it up, it's easy to put out and to apply either with fingers, a sponge, or a brush. It's a good one. It really depends if you like the Jones Road aesthetic And what I want you guys to do as you're watching this video is, let me know down below which ones that you have and which ones you are interested in getting, okay? That's $34. Then we have the one that I'm wearing here today, and I'm wearing the second shade of the 3 shades. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Liquid Bronzer, more of a luxury category, so this is $48. Like I said, it comes in 3 shades. I'm wearing the second shade in. I try to stick right there in the middle if it's got 3 shades. This one has an eyedropper. They all kind of have an eyedropper, but Jones Road went with this type of dropper. And Armani went literally with this kind of medicine dropper here, which right away, what's the problem with it? It can be drippy and messy. This Armani one is a little bit thicker. It doesn't really run too much, so it's not messy, but I do know that that eyedropper application is not everyone's favorite. So keep that in mind, but it's really pretty, and it is the one that I'm wearing today just on the perimeter of my face. Next is the OG. For a while, this was one of the only games in town, and it was impossible to even find. It was always sold out. That is the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy. This is a well-loved kind of filthy bottle. I should have cleaned that. $38. It's a little bit more golden shade. You'll see it when we do the swatches. It comes in 1 shade, mixes in everything I was saying before. But like I said, for a while, this was really the most popular one. You can pretty much get it in stock all the time now because it's got so much competition. But when it first came out quite a few seasons ago, like I said, it was the only game in town and it was impossible to find it. Drunk Elephant has since released a golden only version of this, kind of highlighty, and a rosy version. But De-Bronzy started it all and is still a very popular, good choice. And we have some really recent ones. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing Serum. It comes in 7 shades and is $36. And I have the shade Light Medium. This is interesting, also a multi-purpose product, but it's multi-purpose use as well. What Makeup by Mario has done is put a little bottle there, like you would on a foundation, but also you could unwind it and get a doe foot, a big fat doe foot, for more accurate application. I think, and you'll see in the swatches, that this is a great choice because some of these shades go olive, but I have had many in my community tell me that it gets a bit muddy on them depending on skin tone. And that is the thing about bronzers. They are really skin tone dependent. I actually heard that this was getting a little bit muddy on people over on the Facebook community discussion group. Helen is running the heck out of that for us over there. I pop in and out. It is a free Facebook group. I have it linked below if you want to talk about makeup with like-minded people, because we have this community here is amazing. That's free to join. It's growing bigger every day and a lot of fun. We also have, for under $5 a month, you can join our membership here on YouTube. That one I run, and we do weekly lives and stuff. So check out all that info below. Makeup by Mario. It's a good one, but some people, I don't know. Now, this, I said I was going to say good things about Caliray in a minute. I really like this. This is the Caliray Sun Drip. It's $28, so it's very affordable. It only comes in 1 shade. It's not that unusual for these kind of products. I mean, De-Bronzy only comes in 1 shade too. I really like this. I like the consistency of it. It has that little top like that too. I like the consistency of it. I like the packaging. Caliray can be very hit and miss for me, and they do aim a little bit young with a very kind of sexualized marketing that annoys me sometimes. Not because I'm a prude, but just because I find it annoying. I kind of find it a little bit purposefully scandalous, But this is a good product. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not too runny, but it is only 1 shade. So just because I like it, it might not be right for you. It depends on your skin tone. So if you have a very deep skin tone, very fair or olive, can't go too warm, you'll need shade selection. And this and the Drunk Elephant don't have it. But those who didn't like the Mario liked this other new one a lot. And this is the Saie Dew Bronze, also 6 shades, $25, our most affordable option up here. This one has a doe foot. Okay, so that's one of our lucky 7, but it's a big fat doe foot. Again, just like I said earlier, you could use it to bronze the perimeter of the face. You can go ahead and contour with it, mix it in with other things. It's a good one. Here's something that a lot of people didn't know was released, but it's actually a very good product that just got buried in too much product. This is the Tarte Key Largo. Comes in 4 shades and is $35. This is a good one. It's inexpensive. The problem with it is that sometimes Tarte can be so overly ambitious with their incredible amount of releases that product gets lost or feels a little bit like an afterthought. Tarte can tend to use QVC, of all places, as a little bit of a research testing ground. Some things emerge from there, some things emerge from there to their website or the stores under a different name. They're always kind of playing around with things, and this is one of them. It's a good product. It's just not a very exciting product. Some of these, I think, have generated a little bit more hype. Okay, let's go to some swatches, and then we're going to talk about some favorites I have. To me, it's always interesting when you take one face, albeit a light, medium, neutral, and that undertone is really kind of important with bronzers, but all of these shades work on me. Let's look at a collection of them. I just went ahead and took them right outside into the warm California sunshine. Let's go left to right. Jones Red Gel, Armani Luminous Silk, Drunk Elephant and D-Bronzy, Makeup by Mario, that's 4th in, Caliray Sun Drip, Saie Dew Bronze, and all the way towards my wrist is that Tarte Key Largo. Take a look at that there. You know, it's interesting because if we put that, make sure that's back up there on screen. Look at that Mario, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in. That's the most olive, if you think about it. And look at that Armani 2nd in. Gosh, that's almost a foundation shade. It's so light. And a lot of people said when the Armani was released, it needed some more shades. Let's talk about some of my favorites. Well, our most luxurious is Armani, and I used it. I also think the Armani is one of the thickest, actually, out here. The most affordable is definitely Saie. That is a very good one. Most iconic, I would give to Drunk Elephant. I think they deserve that. I think the Jones Road product is the most... Jones Road and Tarte are the most kind of like, oh yeah, I saw that. But the Jones Road product is a little bit better. My favorite, I think you know, is Caliray, but it's only 1 shade. And my favorite, for those of you that need to be a bit picky, would be the Saie or the Mario, because they have some shade choices. But sometimes that's still a bit warm. I am finding, I'm a powder person. Okay, I love powder products and the application of powder products more than anything, but I'm finding that I really do like the accessibility of these liquid bronzers. I like that you can be very haphazard. I like that they are transparent and sheer, although some people have said to me in comments that these are so sheer that they just blend away, and they don't like that. So you can tell me down below if you agree with that. But I like that they kind of blend away. I like that they're easy to use and transparent and quick and kind of mistake proof. And I love them for summer. I really do think that they warm up the face. But here's where you come in. I'd like to know, first of all, there's other brands other than the others that I mentioned, like Milk and Chantecaille. By the way, Chantecaille has a promotion coming up. A little bird told me this month that's going to deal with this product. If you like this Chantecaille anti-aging, they have this face tint. It's beautiful coming up. If you like that, just to hold off, there's going to be some deals on it. Wait till you see. But any others that I missed? What's one of your favorites that you would have put into the Lucky 7? Have you tried these, and have they stolen your heart, maybe away from cream or powder? Cream bronzer is actually my least favorite to use. I still love powder, but I am really kind of transitioning over to liquid for bronzer because I really think it's kind of the way to go. What do you think? I'd like to know if you've tried any of these or are willing to. That's what makes this a community. So let me know down below. Hey, have you subscribed to this channel? YouTube is always up to its shenanigans and removing subscribers. It is so frustrating. So please make sure that you are subscribed, or if you did subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, please, as I would love your help in continuing to make this little beauty magazine online grow. Share, like, subscribe, as I said. and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. What's your favorite liquid bronzer?